welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jolie. I am a full-time working mom of 3 kiddos. This is kind of my little back to school series that I am doing. So today's video is going to be all about lunches. My son has been in school for, this will be his 3rd year. And I'd like to say I've kind of figured out what works for us and what doesn't. And this might look a little different in your family, but if I were a new school parent coming into school for the first time, this is what I would buy. First off, I'm going to start with his lunchbox. So a good zippered lunchbox is always a hit. This one is one of his favorite sports teams. Number 2. This year, he can actually read. Last year, he started to be able to learn how to read, and so I would stick these little joke cards in there, and they're like $3 off Amazon, and I have a pack of like 150. We didn't go through them all last year, so I'm really excited. He's even more confident in his reading this year, so like the ones that say hippopotamus, like he can actually read that. So excited to stick those in his lunchbox again this year as well. I forgot to grab this out of the freezer, but this is just an Igloo ice pack. It's nice and flat, and it stays frozen really, really well. So I have 2 of these. That way I can swap them out in case I forget to put one in the freezer one day versus the next day. Now for lunch boxes, I have 2 lunch boxes that I use routinely. This first one is a tasty lunchbox from Walmart. I saw they have really cute pink ones this year as well. It has bigger compartments. So this is a pro and a con sometimes, depending on what he wants for the day, right? This is really good for a sandwich, but we are nut free at our school. And so peanut butter and jellies, we can't do them. But this compartment is really good for things like crackers and ham and cheese, that type of thing. And in order to facilitate that, I have these little silicone, I guess they're muffin liners, but these little silicone liners that I'll just stick in there if I need to separate out something to give me some more space on that, because I only pack cold things in here. So I wish this one had a few more compartments, but it does work really, really well for us, and we will continue to use it this year. This one's my favorite. This is the Bent Go, and we actually just broke one of these. So if you have one for sale that's gently used, let me know. But I love this. I think the compartments are really, really fun. And they just, everything fits in here really well. I usually do like a little treat in the circle one. The compartments don't bleed into each other. I'll share later on in this video a few different ideas and things that we typically keep on hand for quick lunches, because I never know. You know, one week he wants to eat the pizza at school, and the next week he's like, nah, I didn't really like pizza last week, so can I bring something? So, and at our school, I know there's some elementary schools that do, like, you get to pick, like you can have pizza or chicken strips or whatever day of the week. Our school doesn't do that. This is your one menu item, which is the same as I grew up with. So if he doesn't like what's on the menu, we have to pack his lunch. He doesn't get other offerings. Up next is my trusty thermos. I love a good thermos because we are a leftover family. My oldest, he will eat goulash every day of the week. So when I make goulash, I make a huge batch and he gets it in his thermos, and he'll eat every bite of it 100% of the time. Same with like chicken broccoli rice. Every time he eats every single bite of it. And it's because of this thermos, it keeps it at the perfect temperature for him to have at lunchtime. Now I have done where I've sent things that need to be dipped. And so these little containers, it came in a pack of 3 from Walmart. They have a screw-on lid. So they're the dip, it's not gonna go all over. I've even used this to send like a little bit of applesauce or something like that. And then this was in the same section, so I picked it up there as well. But when I do a thermos, the Bent Go box obviously isn't gonna also fit in there. And so I use this for like other sides, like maybe some veggie straws or some carrot sticks. something like that, I'll throw in this one. And then this is my favorite for lunches. And if you work in a school and you hate me, just let me know. I love these little, what do you call them? I want to say hors d'oeuvre, like picks. But basically they're the little picks that you get at Hobby Lobby during different seasons. They have these. And so if you're doing like a charcuterie board, like you can, you know, pick up what you want, or you could do skewers. Sometimes I'll skewer like fruit right onto here and stick this like in his box. Like I'll skewer fruit on it and I'll just put it right in there. But my husband hates these. So in the wintertime especially, I will do like a share tray in the middle of our table and everybody has their little pick, and I think they're fantastic. My husband, he's like, those are a danger to society. I don't know, I think my oldest, he's great with them. I don't worry about him. I worry about my youngest with him, but he's 2. Anyway, so each season I'll go to Hobby Lobby and I will pick up these little picks. And then just throw them in his lunch. So these are leftovers from other seasons. I don't have any, like, I have never seen any back to school ones, to be honest with you. But I wonder if I got on Amazon, if they won't have like some little apples or something. But I love these. I think they're fun. I think they keep lunches fun. That's just me. Anyways, all that to say, this is the gear that facilitates our lunch making throughout the year. Let's get on to some meal prep ideas for these lunch boxes. Now that we have our supplies, I am just going to begin filling this lunchbox with a classic favorite. I am going to do ham and cheese and a little Hawaiian roll. I keep these separate so they don't get soggy, and that way he can put them together at his lunch. These little containers that are silicone are great for separating things out, but the ham is of course a little moist, so that goes in its own separate container. A little joke, and into the lunchbox we go. Our next box is going to be a build your own banana split box, is what we call it in my house. It's really just Greek yogurt, but the kids love putting their own toppings on this, so I am going to cut up some strawberries, we'll do some blueberries, some granola, a handful of chocolate chips to keep it sweet, and that Greek yogurt is going to provide him a lot of protein, as well as the granola has some protein in it too, to keep him fueled throughout the day. I love that he thinks he's getting a sweet treat, and I secretly know he's getting exactly what he needs to get through the day. Next up, I am warming up that thermos. I do super hot water right here, and then while I get everything else ready, I let that heat up. I always keep a pack of hot dogs in the freezer. I don't cook hot dogs on a daily basis, but those mornings where he surprises me with, "Oh, Mom, I really want to pack my lunch today and I have nothing else in the house," I dig out a hot dog from the freezer, warm it up, and put it in the thermos. We have some little ketchup packets on hand from when we were traveling and grabbed some fast food. So that's going in the little sauce container, along with an applesauce and a Kodiak bar. And there you have it. 3 easy, simple, kid-approved lunchbox options of stuff that I just happened to have on hand in our kitchen. And 9 times out of 10, I do. Great for those last-minute morning packings. And the thing with lunches is they don't have to be overcomplicated to be fun. I'll have more ideas coming in the future on this, so stay tuned for that. Bye-bye.